Slapstick and surreal humor, fourth wall breaks, pop culture references, all of it wrapped up in heroic spandex. It's mid-90s fare with one-liners that have been living rent-free in my head for the better part of 30 years now. Hi, my name is Derek J. Hoover, and this is the story of Freakazoid on Yesterdaze.
So, what would you little maniacs like to do first?
69, dudes!
Well, there's a problem right there, Vern.
Hey, Willie.
Say die!
I know you are, but what am I?
I know you are, but what am I?
And knowing is half the battle.
Autobots, roll out.
Thunder! Thundercat! Oh!
Gordon's alive!
Oh, yeah!
It only takes a spark. It only takes a spark to start.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Yesterdaze. I'm your host, Derek, and I'm joined by Dustin and Jason. Gentlemen, welcome to November. How you doing?
I'm freaktastic, baby.
Freaky.
Is anyone doing no shave November?
No, I can't. No.
Are you allowed to not like have a big beard? 'Cause you work for a company
Yeah, I
where
can
you're
have a
seen
beard.
by people.
Yeah, I can have a beard. I'm just not a beard guy.
Yeah,
Not a beard guy.
I'm
I'm the beard guy.
That's the beard guy.
Now you keep it. You trim it up.
I trim it up.
You had it real big at one point.
Yeah, usually in the winter I go thicker, for the warmth.
So are you gonna let it grow this winter in November?
It might thicken up a bit, yeah.
Okay.
Like I'm probably not gonna, if I trim anything, it's just right around the neck.
The neck region right there.
Yeah, just keep that tidy. But the rest of it, I'll let it get thicker.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's just not. I can't pull off a beard. I don't think I look right with it. I don't think I look right with facial hair. I'm clean cut baby boy.
A guy who can't do it either, like Leonardo DiCaprio, arguably one of the most famous men on the planet. I don't think he can grow a facial hair. Really,
That's why he dates the young ladies.
why is it?
That's why.
Draw that line to me. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Because he's got those clean-cut, boyish good looks. So
That's
he
why.
thinks,
Okay.
I can't grow a beard. I'm not that old yet. I'm going to keep dating.
What's the thing
young
from
ladies.
the chart? It's like at 24 they're done, right? Isn't 24 the age where that's
Didn't
too
that
old?
What,
become news? And then he started dating somebody that was older. He was like, damn it, they're on to me.
They're on to me.
but it was seriously like
He did have,
7
like, a
or 8
run.
Victoria's Secret models like in a row. That's like, how old are you? It's like, I turned 19 last month. All right, we're going out now. And then when they were 23, 24, done.
Yeah,
Always
there was
23,
something
24.
weird going on there. You're not wrong.
Fountain of youth
Maybe so.
for Leo.
Succubus, but if a man does it. What's that called?
Incubus.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. I know that band.
Yeah, great.
You
band.
like them.
Great.
Morning View.
I do. Great album. Gentlemen, we're in a month of thankfulness. How you doing? How we feeling? How thankful are you feeling?
Very.
Yeah.
I try to be thankful daily.
You should. You shouldn't
Non-verbally.
You shouldn't
but
save it
also
for just one
verbally.
day a year. You
Yeah.
shouldn't. It should be year round.
I
Thankful
agree.
for the life
I
we
agree.
have, the friends we share time with, the air we breathe, and the food we eat.
You got to share some air with some high-quality company.
I did. We are very front loaded on banter, and I want to start with probably. Oh my goodness! I feel a sneeze coming on. Hold on. I need to.
He's just wanting a blessing.
Oh goodness! It didn't happen.
Bless you.
No. At the time of recording, it is the beginning of October, and this past weekend was Pekin's homecoming. And who was in town but one Larry Kenny, past Yesterday's guest, and of course the voice of Lion-O from Thundercats, Bluegrass from Silverhawks, and Dolph from Tiger Sharks.
You got a tiger by the tail. Hold on, tiger sharks. Tiger sharks. Look for a spaceship with a sail and hold on, tiger sharks. Tiger sharks. Hold on, tiger sharks.
It
Amongst
was
other voices.
amongst other
numerous.
many. Father of Jason's perennial comedy crush, Carrie Kenny of the State, of course. It was awesome. It was an awesome weekend, but I would say it actually started last Thursday with the world premiere of a reading of The Honorable Mr. Marigold about another very important Pekinite who was very integral to the civil rights movement, one Everett Dirksen. Larry was in town reading as Everett Dirksen.
It was
and we all three went to that with Shauna.
Wade Dooley.
Wade
Yeah.
Dooley.
He's the guy who wrote the play.
playwright.
He wrote it.
And is he also from Pekin?
Yes,
I thought
I
he
believe
was
so.
from New York or something. But maybe that's just where he resides now.
He may reside there now.
But he wrote this play. It's basically a two person play with a couple of voices here and there, other people.
yeah, it's very stripped down, almost like Our Town or something, you know?
And it was done at the Pekin High School, where I had never been, but both of you attended.
So
Correct.
I performed on that stage.
Both of you matriculated there.
Yeah.
But I had never been in there. Fine
What'd you think?
Fine institution.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Why the bad rap, huh? Yeah, it looks like a
Well, I
nice
think
school.
you know. I think you know why.
Easy now.
What was the mascot before Dragon? But yeah,
look it up.
Yeah, don't look it up.
Don't.
or do. I don't care. Doesn't affect me at all. But yeah, it was cool. He was the titular Dirksen character.
He did a great job. It was
Seemed to have fun doing it based on his live mic after he walked off stage.
yeah.
I enjoyed that because it's like, all right, is it over? Larry's mic's still on, but he sounded enthusiastic.
He's very
and
happy.
It
He's
was
like,
nice to hear. Like,
he's like, I think that
was
went
good.
well.
If it were me and I just got done, I'd probably be like, where's the shitter? And then the whole audience would hear him know that I'm taking a huge shit. It'd be embarrassing.
But the following day was the homecoming parade, and of course the induction of the 2024 distinguished alumni at the Pekin High homecoming game.
Ben was on this show, right?
Yeah.
We should say that his wife helped orchestrate that play reading and what have you.
Yes.
And getting Larry Kinney back to this area, right?
Well, what had happened, how this all came about was shortly after we interviewed Larry, because we interviewed him well before that episode aired. We interviewed him in January of the beginning of this year.
Yeah.
And we didn't air that until April, but in the interim, happened to be over at former guest Josh's house. Ben and Tiffany were over. We get to talk, and Tiffany is very proud of her heritage, of growing up in Pekin, the people who come from there, and she works at the Everett Dirksen Congressional Center. It's a very big deal to her. At the time, they were working on getting a reading together for this play, and she had been in talks and had met several times with Daryl Hammond of SNL fame.
Oh, yes. We talked to Ben briefly about
Yeah.
Yes, and
$3,000 microphone.
yeah.
No thanks.
If you know, you know. That did not work out. But as Tiffany and I talked, I told her about this interview, and I told her about Larry. And she is a little bit younger than us, but she's, of course, heard of Thundercats. She's heard of these things. And she was like, he's from here? I was like, yeah, he was the voice of Count Chocula. He was the voice of Sonny the Cuckoo Bird. And she's like, he's from Pekin. I was like, he went to Pekin High. He started as a broadcaster at age 15 at WIRL while going to Pekin High. She was fascinated with this. I reached out to Larry and kind of brought him up to speed. Like, this is what Tiffany does. She would love to talk with you. And we had kind of talked and joked about having him be the Grand Marshal of the Marigold Parade.
Well, it could still happen.
Well, that's typically for somebody who locally, who's like Mr. Smith, the drama teacher. When he retired, they made him
someone who resides here currently
Yes.
and is a pillar.
I
of the
thought they had
community.
Mountain
Yes.
Man from whatever reality show that was one time from Duck Dynasty.
No, but Frank,
Ooh.
who recently passed away from American Pickers, he was a special guest.
Okay.
A few years back.
And he's from here.
No, but they're from Rockford.
Special guest.
They're from Quad Cities.
Okay.
Sorry, not Rockford.
R.I.P.
Quad Cities. Yeah, just recently passed away with a slew of 9 other celebrities inside of a week.
Yep.
But anyways, I get him into contact with Tiffany. He was like, no, by all means, I'd love to talk to her. They get to talking about him, one, being involved with the play and playing Everett since it wasn't working out with Daryl. And then, meanwhile, Tiffany is like, we got to get him nominated for Distinguished Alumni. The due date was last Friday. Can you, on the day she's telling me about this, she's like, Dr. Owens, who's the superintendent, oversees all this shit, says, we will sneak it in if you can get me an essay tonight. I came home and wrote an essay nominating Larry and he was inducted.
Boom.
So
Getting it done.
flash forward, and it was around this time. Larry shot me a message. I want to say it was back in February or March, where he said, "Hey, I just want to say thank you. Sounds like I'm going to be coming home in September or October." And I was like, "That's awesome."
And he played Everett Dirksen, who was the secretary.
He was the Senate Minority Leader.
Yes,
during
civil rights,
Lyndon Johnson,
LBJ,
and Nixon.
notably
like that
during
era.
LBJ
Yeah.
and Nixon. But I mean, I think he started
He was old.
50s?
at
He was
that
old,
point,
yeah.
And again, from Pekin.
had
Yes,
a Grammy-winning
Illinois.
spoken word album.
Oh, yes.
Yes, he did.
Which plays humorously into the play. But yeah, it was cool to see that, and Larry did a great job, and
Yep.
I was very, very happy that he got to come back home and visit family. I'm sure he
yeah.
probably even stopped by South Pekin to see Jody and family. And
There were some
know.
there at the play that night. There were some at the football game as well. And the football game is where like a lot of stuff really kind of came to a head, because we saw him. Shauna and I
He
taught
got
him
to start at quarterback, right?
Yes, absolutely.
As a distinguished alum,
that
you get to do whatever.
Get to do that.
You can do whatever
he wanted
position
his
you want.
moment.
Yep.
We talked to him Thursday night at the play, like, our son's really, and he asked where Henry was. I'm like, well,
Oh, Thursday night you got a chance to talk to him.
yeah, you guys had already taken off. But we told him, like, he's going to be coming. He's excited. He's got a picture that he colored for you and a little note that he wrote on it. He's excited for you to see his Thundercat shoes. And he's like, I can't wait to meet him. Like, you've talked so much about him. The parade's going. We're at the end of the route. We're by the maintenance building in the park. Not far from where Shauna's office is. And, so everybody, is coming down that area to go towards the stadium. Well, the distinguished alumni are some of the first that come through there, and here's Larry. And at this point now, Henry recognizes who he is, what he looks like. He's not a cartoon character. He's a man. And I go, there he is, buddy. There's Larry. He goes, oh, he starts pulling on me. He goes, hi, Larry. No, it's me, Henry. It's me. I'm right here. I love you.
I love you.
Yeah. Oh my God. And he looks.
Oh shit! He didn't see me, Dad.
He looks right at him, points at him, and goes, "Hey, Henry, Thundercats ho!" And oh my God, Shauna, of course, the one time in her life she's not recording something.
You guys were in the moment. That's fine. You'll
I
remember
told
that
her
anyway.
At night, later in the night, she's like, "I can't believe I didn't record it." I was like, "You know what? That is." I can see it in
Core
my
memory.
mind. He's going to see it in his mind. You're going to see it. That's ours. That's ours.
Revisionist history will be that you forgot to record it.
Yep. Probably.
Ah shit, Dad. Why you record me in Lino?
Damn you, woman! But it was great. We end up meeting with him over at the stadium. We sit and talk for him a bit. He sees Henry. He goes, "And you must be Henry. Come up here and see me." Picks him up, gives him a big hug. Henry gives him the picture. He's like, "Henry, is it okay if I take it home and frame this and put it on my?" "Oh yeah, absolutely." And then once we wrapped up, he looks at him and goes, "Oh, thunder!" He did the Thundercats ho for Larry. So it was.
Oh, Henry did it for him.
Henry did
Okay.
it for Larry. So it was awesome. And then he sat not too far from us at the game. So like we talked a few more times and stuff. I messaged him the next day, wished him safe travels, and he's like, "Hey, I'm sorry it didn't work out this time," because we joked a few times about getting a beer. I was like, next
Because
time.
you both are famous alcoholics, right?
Sure. We just kind of left it at like, have safe travels. I'm glad you had a good time here. He's like, "Thank you so much for everything you did to be involved with this. Next time, let's get some beers." So it was really cool. It was a really cool moment to get to do that and get to meet him.
You guys did take a picture together. I think you posted it out there somewhere. And that's great. I'm glad it all came together.
Yeah, totally.
Lot of fun.
Very cool.
What also happened this past weekend was Dustin's birthday.
Yeah, peeking through its homecoming on my birthday
In honor of
again.
you.
Yeah,
In honor of you.
I'm
I think
used
that's
to
great
it.
that they keep that tradition.
I didn't go to the game because it was on my birthday, and I was like,
But the game was for you.
yeah. It happens regardless of whether I'm there or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just know it's in your honor.
Yeah, no, I turned 43. It wasn't a big year or anything like that.
Prime number.
But, yeah, I took a couple extra days off of work. I had a 4-day weekend, and I filled that time not by going on a trip, but by hanging out locally and doing several different things with a bunch of different people. Some of my favorite folks that I enjoy spending time with. So yeah, it was a good birthday weekend. Saw a couple concerts, saw a few movies, ate several meals that I didn't have to pay for. So yeah, it was a
We
good time.
both saw that an ex is going through a thing.
Oh yeah, that was my number one takeaway from the birthday.
We don't need to jump
You brought it up.
horribly into that, but somebody that Dustin and I are familiar with is going through an interesting time, it would seem.
There's a new Patreon level. You can help out, support the cause. Derek already set it up, I'm sure. Why else would we be talking about it?
Exactly. Go to patreon.com now, won't you please? Speaking
Yeah, I
of
was saying,
Patreon,
speaking of that,
we have 2 new patrons to welcome to the Yesterdaze family, gentlemen. First up is going to be his Christian name is Jacob, but you may know him as Red Mountain Retro. A lot of interactions with him on our Twitter.
Yeah, long time.
But he was also Jacob. Listened to the Jacob.
is that like
Do
Sega?
it.
Listen to Ernest, now he's a patron. I was doing System of a
No,
Down.
I know. I was waiting for you to keep going.
Why do you take so long to sign up? Because we wanted to.
Jacob, of course, listened to us on the Ernest feed as well, and he has his own channel too. He'll do these fun commercial compilations,
Yeah, I see
of
them.
retro commercials that are
That's like late night
aesthetically,
viewing.
yeah,
you know,
it's aesthetically
YouTube.
pleasing.
Okay, so I don't know this guy. I don't know him from Adam, but he's doing the Lord's
No, his name's
work.
Jacob.
Guys like Jacob, there'll be times in my life where it's like I need to have this on in the background, or this would be a cool thing to have going on here. And sometimes you need retro commercials,
Yeah.
or like all video game commercials, or like a series of tiki clips or something.
Yeah.
And someone, by the grace of God, has cobbled these things together. We need guys like this.
Yes, he's doing shit like that.
we do need people to do this.
Yep.
I want to find
Makes
an old
my job
commercial
easier.
of exactly.
You're giving
many,
me source material.
Yeah, how many times do you source out what Jacob puts up?
Oh, if I find good commercials, they can find their way in. I try to like stockpile some. If I find something that's like this isn't appropriate yet, but I think it will be, and this is a good one.
What was it the Howling that came out today? Was it recording this, right?
Yes, at the
As the
time of
crow
recording,
flies.
Howling is out.
You put together like was it like 4 or 5 different Howling or no, it was Howling and Congo.
No. It was all Congo.
Yo, it was Congo. It was like 4
All
or 5 different Congo. And the movie is like a critical nightmare. Like
Yes,
it's a piece of
But
shit.
you know
Speaks to
why
the 90s
the
of, like-
ad break was Congo? Because we talked about Congo earlier in the
Yes.
episode
Yes.
and how I never
Very
finished
briefly,
the book.
you never
Yeah.
finished it.
And it was a conversation. And in that moment, I was like, I'm going to cut in the Congo trailer here. And I was like, no, I'm not. I'm going to find every Congo commercial.
There was like now
I
at
can
Taco
find.
Bell, the
Yes.
Congo meal.
yeah.
Or
And
some shit.
And I'm
Like,
going
it
to
was
make a Congo,
Congo watches,
compilation.
Congo glasses.
Every 4 or 5 in a row, just all Congo.
I was incredibly tickled by it.
Because I knew if I didn't do it in that moment, I would forget by the time because that's about 2 editing sessions away from where that conversation happened. So I had to download all the Congo while I was thinking of it and then throw them in the file around where I think the ad break is going to happen to remind myself once I
You got a big
there.
clump of sound waves all
Yeah.
layered up.
Oh my god!
And it's just Congo,
I was
Congo, Congo.
So people who've been listening to the show for
so
a year,
very happy.
they might hear me on the show and be like, Jason's very narrow-minded, or he's a curmudgeon. He's a real
Pissy.
real crumb bum.
That's your character.
First of all, that's my character. Second of all, they might be right. All I can think about is, wouldn't it be nice to do a month full of Bill Bellamy? Now, I tell you what, I'm going to open up that scope a little bit and say, maybe we just get a little bit of Congo in there.
Oh,
all right?
boy.
So maybe we do a Congo Bellamy month.
Congo Bellamy. Well, Congo here
Was
Congo,
Bill Bellamy in Congo? I never saw it.
If he is, then we would have no choice.
No, but
to
Bruce
do it.
Campbell is.
I met him.
Congo. It's interesting. It's an interesting kind of. That's what I'm looking for. Example of the '90s and the enthusiasm of the '90s.
Oh,
that
the
was,
studios had faith in this.
yeah.
Apparently,
Well, and it's like it's this whole thing in the 90s where they were still trying to draft off of the 80s. So you had shit like Congo, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, Waterworld, all action figure lines based on movies that didn't, well, Robin Hood did okay, but unlikely licenses that stemmed off of movies that you wouldn't think would have toy lines. And Congo, probably because of Jurassic Park, because it's a Michael Crichton book. Oh my God!
Remember
red,
the Disclosure
hot,
action
bright-
figures?
Oh, it's
The
hot
Demi
shit.
Moore.
Oh,
Super
yeah.
hot.
Michael Douglas. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm still trying to
her
get-
only point of articulation was at the waist.
I'm still trying to get a full mint on card set of Indecent Proposal figures.
You'll get it.
They're on my eBay watch list.
You're kind of
Andromeda
describing.
Strain.
You're kind of describing like, oh, these things as it relates to toy lines. I was thinking more about like the Congo, the movie was drafting off the success of Jurassic Park. You mentioned that too, but that's immediately what my thought was like, yeah, both Michael Crichton joints
And they're so in on that movie. Like
Yeah.
you said, the Taco Bell and promotion, like they were just
they
like,
saw it as
this
the
is
next
big thing.
as the next Jurassic Park for sure.
And nope.
And they're still making those.
Yeah, they got another one.
Yeah,
coming down the pike.
where's my 20-year later sequel to Congo?
I still wouldn't see it.
Well, speaking of Bill Bellamy, we also have another patron.
Yep.
One Kevin Clark joined the patronage.
Hell yeah.
Now, I'm not going to go into all the details,
DJ Kepmo.
but in the early discussions with Kev, the only stipulation has been his pick has to be Bill Bellamy related. Now, it's not going to
happening.
happen for a while.
Listeners, are you hearing this?
It's happening. It is happening.
Hell yeah.
It is happening.
I'm here for it.
I'm not going to be here. Take that week off.
Wouldn't that be something? Here's something. Do Bill Bellamy.
Door's unlocked.
You hear about this? Jason unlocked the door. Did the show.
I like the effort to go down with the voice. I like that. That's good.
Thank you. So, that being said, we only really have room to pop in one patron right now in calendar year 2024.
That was for
So,
Kevin.
Jacob did sign up before Kevin did. We are going to replace Trains, Planes, and Automobiles at the end of the month with his pick. Right now, we're at the time of recording. We are working on what that pick's going to be. We've been talking about it.
So does that mean Planes Trains is bumped till next year?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah, it will be a Thanksgiving. It will be a November release, but it's probably going to get bumped to 2025.
This is what's going to happen to Teen Wolf. I already know it.
Yeah.
No.
We're going to get a Patreon when it's time for Teen Wolf.
Whoa.
We went all October without it. It was my freaking birthday. We didn't do Teen Wolf.
No.
Oh,
hey.
Sorry, we got to bump one.
Hey,
we got a new patron.
Hey. Here's my promise. I promise you, whenever we schedule Teen Wolf, I ain't bumping it.
Hear him out.
That's my promise.
Okay.
That's my Derek J. Hoover
I'll believe it when I see it.
Hear him out.
guarantee. Hear me out.
Hear him out.
Hear me out.
Hear him out.
Hear me out. That said,
Where you going?
Oh goodness,
Don't leave.
That was a very good digital short.
It's going in.
Oh, yeah.
Sushi glory hole, imagine that. Instead of strange dick, you be getting a snack. High-end fish, no doubt. Hey, where you going? Hear us out. 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 Hey, where you going? Hear us out. 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 Sushi glory hole. Makes too much motherfucking sense not to do it. Fish through a hole, you know, ain't nothing to it. And there's no scenario in which you wouldn't want it. So drop to your knees, open wide, and get ready for some rice with fish on it. Rice with fish on it. Hear us out. You got nothing to fear. Sushi glory hole, it's a good idea. And it's not weird. So hear us out while we tell you what the concept's all about. It's sushi being fed through a hole in the wall. Where you going? Hear us out. You forgot to eat, now you're out and about.
So yes, Kevin and I are working on some things. There will be a Bill Bellamy episode. What that looks like as of yet, I am not 100% certain, but we're working on some shit.
Derek has to watch a bunch of Bill Bellamy stuff now to figure out what he would prefer to talk about because he knows this is only happening one time.
It's
It's gonna be How to Be a Player, right?
That would be my guess, but I'm
We'll see when we get there.
We'll see.
Or his 3 seconds and half bake, were about like sucking dick for Coke or something. Wasn't that him?
No, that was a Wayans brother.
No,
Marlon.
It was Bob Saget that sucked the dick for Coke.
Oh no, you know who I'm thinking of? It's
Are you thinking Boo This Man Boo?
That guy was on The Real World.
It's David from The Real World.
Yeah.
Is it season 1? You might be
New
right.
York, yeah, he was New York.
Damn it, you're right. I thought it was Bill Bellamy for a second.
Or no, wait, he might have been season 2.
I was thinking 2 or 3.
He might have been the one that got kicked out for like grabbing the covers off of Tammy.
Oh, Tammy. You know what? Tammy,
dragging her out of bed, she seemed like she was having fun.
Yeah.
In the moment, she was laughing, but then she was like, after the fact, I'm not okay that you did that. I said stop. I was in my underwears. I didn't want to be filmed that way.
You can't do it, David.
And he got kicked off the show.
He did.
Meanwhile, 12 years later, everyone's fucking
Boo this man.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. It's been that way for a while. Hey, some other news that came my way by way of one Seth Kane and Quip. Within 20 minutes of each other, Lonnie Johnson, confirmed alive, just celebrated his 75th birthday. If I'm
We
not
entered
mistaken.
some sort of what's that thing?
Vortex with the Mandela effect.
Mandela. Yeah, we entered
Yeah.
some sort of Mandela effect with Lonnie Johnson.
You wrap the palm.
The meaty part of the hand?
Around the meaty part of your palm.
Lonnie Johnson.
Like this.
Yeah. What was his name? Lonnie Don?
Lonnie Don.
From Ernest, yeah.
First, you take the meaty part of your hand, wrap it around your jowl, put your fingers to your other jowl, and blow. See you next week, kids. Don't forget.
The big ups.
The Jason is a coming. The Jason is a coming.
Big ups to Kevin, patron. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you for making all of my Bill Bellamy dream come true.
It had to happen.
We were on a road to destiny, is what has happened.
Yep.
And I think we're cranking it up to 75 miles an hour.
Gun it, motherfucker. Hey, that said, are we ready? Ready to get into some? Ready to get freaky? I wanna get freaky with you.
Yeah.
Ready to talk about Freakazoid?
Freak out!
Woo! Say shit. Freak.
That's what Freakazoid says.
Or are we talking about? I am the Freakazoid. Come on. And
Yeah,
turn
I sent
me
you guys
on.
that video, and Jason thought he prepared for the show incorrectly.
Nope. If you watched the cartoon, you prepared correctly because Freakazoid was an animated superhero comedy created for the debut of the Kids WB animation block on the WB, of course. The show made its debut the same day as Kids WB on September 9th, 1995. The show lasted for 2 seasons consisting of 24 episodes, a total of 49 segments, coming to an end on June 1st, 1997. Your number one song at the time of its release was Gangsta's Paradise by Coolio.
Featuring
And some other
that
dude.
sweaty guy.
Very sweaty guy.
I can't
Sleepy
remember his
Joe
name.
Brown.
Yeah.
Sleepy Judge Joe Brown, right? Isn't that his name?
He got very mad.
He's a no-nonsense judge.
No nonsense, sir. Not in this courtroom. Your number one movie.
97.
You want to take a stab?
Titanic?
No.
Oh, that would have been my guess.
That would have been earlier.
Goodwill Huntington's disease.
Goodwill Hunting 2. Hunting season.
Bring it down the house. No, that's too.
No, 90s.
That's like 2003 or something.
Mortal Kombat.
Oh, I was there opening night. I contributed.
Mortal Kombat was a number one movie?
It was a number one movie.
Wow.
It gets worse. It would get overtaken that same weekend. It was still number one. It was number one in that same weekend though. So going into the next weekend's numbers, it would be overtaken by To Wong Fu. Thanks for everything, Julie Newmar.
That was a number one movie?
That was a number one movie
In the 90s in America. So see,
yeah.
you know, I don't see that happening now.
We only started getting divisive the last few years.
Just saying.
I bought some comic books at an estate sale over the weekend, and one of them on the
Oh,
back
did you get the
cover.
To Wong Fu trade paperback?
I do have that, yeah.
Perfect.
It's signed, oddly enough, too.
Oh, nice. By John Leguizamo?
No, who's
Boogaloo Shrimp.
Patrick Swayze.
Oh, okay.
The back cover of one of them has an advertisement for Mortal Kombat, the video game, 93.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw that and the sequel. And then after
Oh, did you?
the sequel, I was like,
Annihilation?
I'm done.
I'm out.
Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Yep, not seeing any more Mortal
With
Kombat
the horrible
movies.
CGI
Yep.
reptile.
2 or 3 years ago, they had
Oh, on HBO. I think.
HBO
Oh,
had
yeah.
one come out, and it looked really good. And
I watched
They're like
it.
taking serious. I didn't see it.
It's forgettable.
I didn't care enough to watch it.
What a weird franchise to say, you know what, we need to make another movie out of this.
I didn't understand it
Why
because
not?
I stopped following the fighting games like when I stopped following the movies back in the 90s. But I watched it with my brother-in-law and his family, and he played the games, and he's over a decade younger than me. So he knew a lot of game lore that I had no idea, and there was a lot more going on in that movie if you were a fan of the a hardcore game.
Oh, really?
They made
fan.
like 15 of them or something at this point. Something that they do that's interesting is they will get licensed characters to be in it, like a Jason Voorhees or a Freddy Krueger or a Leatherface.
Different ones for each system. No?
Sometimes they do it like that, yeah. And here's what a sick fuck I am. But the algorithm on YouTube will say, here's all the kills, the big fatalities from the newest Mortal Kombat. It's like
sick fuck.
It's like 23 minutes long. I watched like 2.5 minutes before I'm like, this is even too fucked up for me.
Yeah.
But it's pretty gnarly.
That's
like the
somebody's
graphics
job.
are so good now.
The last Mortal Kombat game I paid any attention to was maybe there's been sequels to it. I don't know. Mortal Kombat versus DC.
There's been sequels to that since. Yeah.
Okay, so the very first one
Was it like Injustice? Or no, it wasn't that.
it was. This was pre-Injustice.
I think I had one of those too for PS3 that I very rarely played. My
It
stepson
looked
did.
great. It looked great,
I
and
like
there was
fighting
downloadable
games.
content and what have you. But even then, the kills in that, I was like, "What the fuck are we doing?" So yeah, I'm not a.
So no Mortal Kombat episode on the horizon. Unless a patron picks it, I suppose.
We would do. I would entertain that because that's a very integral video game.
Because then we could talk about like, hey, who was your fighter preference? Oh,
Well, there it is.
And this
man.
happens to be on the back of Batman's Nightfall 15.
Yep.
With
But
the
yeah.
Catwoman.
God, look at that cover art.
Oh, I had this.
Yeah.
I still have it in the other room.
Yep. I think I traded in. all my
I need to start
old
going back
issues.
and I'll tell you a run that I want to. Oh, that's tremendous.
Yeah, I've got this in a trade only.
a
now.
run that I want to go back and start rebuilding. Son of a
Batman
bitch.
Returns Super Nintendo.
Yeah. I had the original. I had Volume 2. Oh, that's fantastic. Volume 2 of Flash, which started after the original Crisis in 1985, where Wally West officially took over as Flash, and long run by one Mark Waid, who probably wrote some of the most definitive Flash stories ever. I think I was only missing maybe 5 issues, and I sold it all shortly before I knew my divorce
When you
was
sold
coming.
your Pez?
Same time as the Pez, Derek?
No.
Come on.
It was a couple years apart. No, I sold the Flash comics. I liquidated a lot of shit when I was going into my divorce. I mean, I made some good money off the Flash, but like, I want to
Tunya.
But Tunya Pig, that'll come up.
Did it feel good? Sometimes I feel like the purging of many items.
Yes, it did feel good, but it is Flash is one of my favorite characters, and I love the work that Mark Waid did. So I do think that is a run, specifically Volume 2.
You like this Flash? Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I do want to go back and start tracking that back down. That was a really good run from about. Mark Waid was on it. I'm never very.
I think I bought some of the trades based on your love of that run.
Mark Waid really dove into the lore. Really, what you know of the Flash now, the CW series, the movies, anything you know of it now, you can thank Mark Waid for that. He built that kind of lore to it. So I do want to go back and find those. And anytime you're at like estate sales and you show me these old comics with like these ads from like the 80s and 90s, like the Mortal Kombat ads.
Sell seeds.
Just, yeah.
I got those for
Get muscles.
like nothing. I couldn't believe it.
Charles Atlas ads.
Nobody's kicking
Don't be
sand in my
nobody's
face.
kicking sand in your face at the beach, buddy.
Nope. Anyways,
Nobody.
We were watching a movie that's not Freakazoid. That's what we were talking about, Mortal Kombat. That was a long sidebar, but it happened.
You know what? It's fine. It's fine. let us dive into the premise of this wacky-ass show. The show itself was an anthology of sorts and segments. I'm sorry. It was an anthology of shorts and segments, got a little tongue-tied, mostly centering on Freakazoid, but cycled in other recurring and even one-off characters for segments. The character does have an origin that acts as a bit of a framing device for the conceit of the show. This origin, however, would not debut until the 6th and 7th episodes, respectively, both known as the Chip Part 1 and Part 2.
Yeah, you got to hook them in first. Like they got to like the hero before they find out the backstory.
Exactly. But here is your origin story of what exactly a Freakazoid is. Nerdy high schooler Dexter Douglas, a name that clearly homages alliteration-heavy superheroes, is excited to have received the brand new Pinnacle chip developed by Apex Microchips developer Roddy McStew. Roddy warns boss Armando Gutierrez of a bug with the chips that can be activated when entering a specific code. This bug can release a great deal of power and poses a rather large threat. Armando doesn't care as he wants to harness the power of this bug for himself. Meanwhile, said code is accidentally entered into Dexter's computer by his chonky cat, Mr. Chubbykins, save for the activation keystroke of hitting the delete button. Seeing this random assortment of keystrokes, Dexter hits delete, resulting in him being sucked into the internet, only to emerge as the zany superhero Freakazoid. Boy, we really didn't know much about the internet.
It was like the Matrix.
Super team extraordinaire, Freakazoids, Freakazoids, runs around in underwear, Freakazoids, Freakazoids, rescues Washington D.C., Freakazoids, Freakazoids, and something better's on TV, Freakazoids, Freakazoids, his brain's overloaded, it has a chunky protein, textbook case for Sigmund Freud, Freakazoids, Freakazoids.
Check out Dexter Douglas, nerd computer ace. When surfing on the internet, there was Dash's cyberspace. He turned into the Freakazoid, who's strong and super quick. He drives the villains crazy, cause he's a lunatic.
His home base is the Freakaland, Freakazoid, Freakazine, Floyd the Barber cuts his hair, Freakazoid, chimpanzee, rides around in a Freakomobile, Freakazoid, Freakazine, hopes to make a movie deal, Freaka-me, Freaka-you, he's here to save the nation, so stay tuned to this station. If not, we'll be unemployed, Freakazoid, Freakazoid, Freakazoid.
Yeah.
I was going to say, this is probably created like 93, 94, starts airing in 95.
Tron.
The internet is like in its infancy. You could have asked me what the internet was. I don't think I would know back then.
Just a series of tubes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's immune to distance.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, man. Freakazoid emerges complete with super speed, super strength, access to all knowledge and information of the internet, as well as a bevy of other powers.
Can you imagine
A lot of porn.
being a superhero and like you're trying to outsmart a guy or a villain, and all you can think about is 2 girls, 1 cup?
Yeah.
Well, thankfully in the 90s that didn't exist yet.
Yeah.
But, oh, no.
The internet was
What do
much
you do
more
when you get-
manageable back then.
Yeah.
Imagine Freakazoid reboot now. It's a nightmare.
He would just be an erection
Disgusting.
with a cape.
Veiny and proud.
trying to con old people out of money, getting Target gift cards and shit.
Yeah. That's the kind of superhero I ever heard of.
No, it's a horrible hero. Sounds like something made by Troma. The second part naturally shows Freakazoid's first defeat of Gutierrez, as well as Roddy informing him that he can switch between Dexter and Freakazoid by saying freak out or freak in.
Freak out! You freak, say she. Freak out! Aw, freak out! You freak, say she. Freak out! Have you heard about the new dance craze? Listen to us, I'm sure you'll be amazed. Big fun to be had by everyone. It's up to you, sure they can be done. Young and old are doing it, I'm told. Just one try, and you too will be sold. It's called a freak, they're doing it night and day. Allow us, we'll show you the way.
Ah, say she. La freak. That's your basic conceit of the show.
That's his Shazam.
Yeah, very, very Shazam.
I read there was a lot of it took a lot of influences from different things, and Shazam was a big one.
And there's another one in particular that we
Don Draper?
No.
Mad Men?
Different Mad Men, but yeah.
Oh.
I like where your head's at.
Okay.
Give me the report on the Lucky Strike count. One of the best features of the show was supporting characters, villains, and one-off characters or segments. Additionally, the voice cast boasted plenty of mainstays of the time. Paul Rudd provided the voice of Freakazoid, while
Did you say Paul Rudd?
Rugg.
Who's he?
He's not Paul Rudd.
Rug.
Rugg.
Like Persian, you know?
Yes.
Oriental.
Exactly.
Never heard of him.
He provided the voice of Freakazoid, while David Kaufman voiced Dexter. He also was known for doing the voice of Jimmy Olsen on the Superman Adventures on WB. Also Marty McFly on the Back to the Future cartoon. They were joined by Ed Asner, Scotty Menville, Tress McNeil in multiple roles, Craig Ferguson, Jonathan Harris of Lost in Space, David Warner, Frank Welker, of course, and Elmhurst, Illinois native John P. McCann, and so many more. There are plenty of characters to dive into. What I want to know first, especially since Dustin had suggested this.
Yeah.
And that does kind of tie into our theme for the month, gratitude. I'm grateful for Dustin. I wanted to pick Freakazoid for him. That and Freakazoid, believe it or not, was already on my list because it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that it wasn't a show that like I watched religiously just based on my age when it came out.
Sure.
But when I would catch it, I always enjoyed it. It reminded me a lot of the tone of Animaniacs when it first started, and just if you listen to the show, you've kind of figured out my sense of humor by this point. So it would make perfect sense. Like, of
Freakazoid
course,
is like something that's
young Dustin's
right in your
going to
bailiwick.
enjoy this. And it's a show that, it didn't have a long run, but when it was released on DVD, I bought the DVDs.
Yeah.
I just like having them there to revisit if the mood strikes me. And
when you're smart to do so, because it's a pain in the ass to find it on stream.
yeah, it used to be on Tubi, and it's not there anymore.
Yeah, it hasn't.
I went to the Just Watch app, and it basically said if you want to see this, you got to pay for it.
Yeah. There's clips on YouTube, but there's no illegally uploaded complete episode playlists like we see for a lot of shows.
Yeah.
So Warner apparently is still litigious and controlling things, because otherwise I find it hard to believe somebody has not tried to upload those.
I'm sure they have.
You know,
And it probably
they're
got
getting
struck
removed.
down real quick.
But yeah, it was a fun show that I liked. And
were you watching it originally on its WB run, or did you find it later?
Well, both. I watched it originally, but then, I would catch it more on the reruns and watched it a little more frequently. And, I always enjoyed it. I don't think I watched every episode. You know, it wasn't appointment television for me at that time. But, it was a smart, witty, wacky, just surreal at times kind of cartoon. And I like the superhero aspect. You know, I was a comic reader and everything. So there was a lot going on, and it appealed to me more than a lot of other cartoons and animated shows I was seeing at that time, which I know it wasn't marketed to me, but I'm the one who was watching it.
It's fortuitous you say that or what have you, because it was marketed towards little kids, but it's
Kids WB. That could have been an Adult Swim show, you know, if Adult Swim existed.
The purest kryptonite. Feeling weak, my friend? Oh, so weak.
That's Superman's weakness, not mine.
Really?
Yeah, duh.
Oh, that stupid man at the store. Well then, how about this? Does the yellow hurt your eyes, my friend? Getting weak. Oh, so very weak.
That's the Green Lantern.
Oh, shoot. Then how about some water in your face? Are you melting, my friend?
That's the Wicked Witch.
What are you doing?
I'm fulfilling your request. I'm mowing your lawn.
While the Lobe's attacking everybody? Go get him already! What are you, wacko?
No, I'm wacko. Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Indianapolis, Indiana, and Columbus is the capital of Ohio.
Hey! Wacko, what are you doing? We're kind of in the middle of something here.
Oh, it's okay. Steven loves it when we do stuff like this.
Jay, were you watching it back in the day? Did it come on your radar at all? Whether
I never watched it, and
ever
to this day I have not watched it.
Oh man!
But I tried. Like I said, I tried to search out some episodes, and you had to pay for it. Mm-hmm. I was 13 or 14 when this was around, and to me, I was like, "Oh, I'm too old for this." You look at it though, and it's very clear that this is a Warner Brothers joint.
Totally.
In that it is, it looks a lot like the aforementioned Animaniacs and or Tiny Toon Adventures.
You'll even see a nurse sometimes.
And
hello, nurse.
You can even kind of see in some of the designs some, obviously not as stark, but some Batman the Animated Series.
I agree with that. Yeah. Yeah, to me, I had grown out of this, and I never gave it a fair shot. It might be great. I don't know. To me, I
think you'd enjoy it.
It does seem to be like self-referential. It seems to have some meta aspects to it.
Yeah,
breaking the fourth wall kind of stuff's happening.
Which, Ferris Bueller, one of my favorite movies. So.
Oh yeah, Freakazoid didn't invent it, but leaning into it, especially as a children's show, you know.
Well, and speaking of that, like fourth wall breaking and stuff, like one of
Ernest.
Well, but one of my favorite things that because there are some bits from Freakazoid that I'm not kidding when I say it lives rent free in my head, and one of them is like
get it on YouTube. Then.
I can't remember what episode it is, but I remember one specifically where he stops everything. And it's very clear, this is a show that's being filmed. And he breaks into a Jerry Lewis impression. Mm-hmm. Not like, oh, lady. Like, no, Jerry Lewis. Yeah. Very serious, very somber. I just want to thank everybody. And look at him. I love him working behind the camera. I love him. I love him. It's like about a 90-second bit, if that, maybe 45 seconds of him just walking behind camera, breaking fourth wall, talking about the key grip, talking about the second unit, like, goes up to the announcer, Joe, and he's like, he comes in tirelessly every day.
Yeah.
I fucking love
That's Deadpool the movie. You know?
Yes.
It's that kind of tone.
That very tone and humor.
Ryan Reynolds could have been Freakazoid.
Another reference to that too is like on one episode, I guess Steven Spielberg shows up, and he was an executive producer on the show, right?
Yes, yeah.
And he shows up in the cartoon, but not voiced by him, voiced by someone else.
Yeah, probably Jim Cummings.
Because
I think Jim Cummings also subbed in. He was a good utility guy, but at that time, Spielberg, quote unquote, showed up in Animaniacs. He showed up in Tiny Toons.
Yeah, I remember.
And I think usually Jim.
And I knew who he was as a kid.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did too. I was actually a little bit more familiar with Steven Spielberg.
Yes, his non-union Hispanic counterpart. Senor Burns is El Diablo. One thing we got to jump into is the characters, because this show was rich with hilarious characters. You, of course, had the Douglas family: Debbie Douglas, Douglas, Duncan Douglas, and Mr. Chubbykins. his allies and cast of characters that were friendlies, as it were great. Sergeant Mike Cosgrove, voiced by Ed Asner, which I loved. You had Ed Asner.
Yeah.
Ed Asner did a lot of voice work in the 90s.
He did,
Because
and
he was doing J. Jonah Jameson.
he eventually did
and
Boondocks
Spider-Man.
many
Fox
years
Spider-Man.
later.
Oh, he's on the Boondocks?
Yeah, he plays the old white guy. And
that is drawn very similar
around
to him.
this time, maybe he was coming off of a sitcom called Thunder Alley that had a young Haley Joel Osment in it.
Oh my God, yeah.
And it involved a bowling alley. It led up to Home Improvement, if I remember right, in their television time.
Chronologically, in our history, was it after the Jeff Foxworthy show?
Before.
Because Haley Joel Osment was in the Jeff Foxworthy show, right?
I think
you're right.
I think it might have been before Jeff Foxworthy.
Really? So Haley Joe was
little guy.
4 or 5 years old?
Yeah, I believe
Wow.
it's the first thing I ever saw him in. But yeah, Ed Asner played like the grandpa character in that. And that lasted, I want to say, a couple seasons. I could be wrong. But yeah,
I think he had about
then
2 seasons.
he's like, all right, the old guy's going to transfer to voice work. And he found a bevy of employment opportunities.
Dude.
His character in Freakazoid, does he have eyes? Or is he just
It's supposed to be that like hard-boiled, Jack
like
Kirby
a goon.
kind of.
He looked just like a completely square, just kind of this big, stocky,
square of
That's
Judge
kind
Joe
of
Brown,
the Bruce
no
Timm
nonsense guy.
Batman the Animated Series body type.
Yeah, exactly.
All torso. I worked with a guy that looked like that.
that animation style was all torso, wasn't
Yeah.
it? It really was.
It was like the devil in South Park, you know,
Yeah.
just little legs, but like
Harvey
this mountain
Bullock.
of a man.
Yeah.
Harvey Bullock was kind of like that.
Those little toothpick legs running around.
Somebody skipped leg day.
You had Roddy McStew, voiced by Craig Ferguson.
Craig Fergazoid?
Ferguson. Craig Ferguson, Freakazoid's hot-tempered Scottish mentor. Steph, his
Is he
girlfriend.
from Nova Scotia by chance?
Okay, babe.
You mean New Scotland?
New Scotland?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
Huh.
Lottie.
We'll look into it.
She was voiced by Tracy Rowe.
You'll never believe what I found in St. John's Bay.
What was it?
Human corpse.
Oh, God. Like my dad?
No, I would never.
Oh, okay.
Only you. Okay.
Fair
I wouldn't say that about Joe.
Okay.
I respect him.
You're a good man.
Hey, guy.
Hey, guy.
Will you find me in Canada?
You doing Joe? I'm talking about Joe Hoover, not Joe Biden.
Yeah.
I know. I
Hold
was
on.
trying to
Hey,
make
vote
it better.
tomorrow, by the way.
I didn't talk to you before your dad passed away. There's a long period of time I didn't talk to him. Towards the end, did he sound like Joe Biden at all?
No. Not at all.
Come on.
Hey, Corn Pop.
Corn Pop.
Hey,
Can we write in Biden?
for the
I'm
election?
going to write in Carter.
Can you do that?
Oh,
yeah. Let's
forgot
get
that
Carter
at the
back.
top.
He's
Carter.
still alive.
100 years young. He only had one term. I might write him in.
He does look like a goddamn skeleton right now. And he might be dead by the time this episode airs. I hope not.
I hope not.
Okay, here's the thing. If he's in pain, I hope he's dead.
Yeah, if he's in pain.
If he's not enjoying...
If he's hurting and everything
Oh, he's
sucks.
got some chafing. I guarantee that.
He's got bed sores is what he's got.
Yeah.
They wheel him out, and there are people like, oh, I want to take a picture with the president. And he's like there all...
Get on top, baby.
All like mouth agape and dry in the face. You know, he's all weird and dried out.
Yeah.
And a guy like sits there and takes a picture with him. Like, don't fucking... Just let the man rest.
Leave him alone.
Climb
Just
on
leave
up,
him be.
Mr. Peanut.
Leave him be.
Yeah. But hey, they threw him a concert.
They did.
Hope he
They certainly
enjoyed
did.
it.
Happy Hundo.
With an artist that he's heard of?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Kanye West.
If you are 100 years old, if you turn on the TV, everything should scare you. Nothing you see on TV should be
It's what you
recognizable.
know. It's not familiar.
It's
It's
Jimmy
all
Carter's
wrong.
Skibbity Toilet.
Draw the
Ohio
blinds, lock the door.
Somebody told me I've been goaded with the sauce. Sounds a little sus to me.
Yeah.
This pot is bussin'.
I keep a can of Billy beer right next to me
In
when
honor.
I edit every
I've got one in the other
every
room.
night.
I've got
Jason
some-
I
gave
need
it to
one.
me.
Oh, did I give you that one?
I do need one. I do need one.
It is part of the editing station.
I'll keep an eye out for Billy Beer for you.
Please,
All right.
please, and thank you. You, of course, had his Freakazoid's girlfriend, Steph, voiced by Tracy Rowe. Ingmar, Freakazoid's mute... I can't talk tonight. Mute Butler, he is replaced by Professor Jones, who is voiced by Jonathan Harris.
And that was the Lost in Space guy?
Dr. Smith.
Dr.
Yeah.
Smith, which
Yeah.
characters will make reference. Weren't you on a show with a kid and a robot? Joe Leahy was the announcer. And he, excuse me, and he also was a cast member. They animated him. Real people that showed up in the show included Leonard Moulton and Norm Abram. They both appear as themselves.
Kids love Leonard Moulton.
Yeah.
Kids love Norm
He
Abram.
looks like John Landis, but not as smarmy.
Who is this fucking show for? Huh?
Me and him.
I liked it.
In 95?
But I wasn't a
Yes.
kid.
We
I
were
was a
teenagers.
14-year-old who was a film and TV nerd.
Yeah.
So I got every reference
I-
in the show.
I knew who Leonard Moulton was.
Yeah. He's on Entertainment Tonight. He's the movie
Yeah.
critic. I had a subscription to Entertainment Weekly.
He
at
does
this
look like
point.
John Landis. You're right.
I saw John Landis popped up
The
in Muppets Take Manhattan. I forgot he was in there.
The
He plays
Orangumen.
he plays a studio exec that Kermit when he
That no one will work with.
yeah he tries to come in and pitch the movie and he's like, it's Boffo Lenny, it's Socko Lenny.
Hey, Lenny, sweetheart, babe, I just flew in from the coast. Hey, I love your office. Don't change a thing. Say, listen, Lenny, my private plane's double parked outside, so I gotta run, but I got this Boffo Socko script for a Broadway slot called Manhattan Melodies. It's totally today, yet tremendously timeless, and I am giving you first look-see because we're like family. Have I ever lied to you, Lenny? Whoop, I think I hear my beeper. Listen, I got a split. I'll have your people call my people, okay? We'll take a meeting, all right? We'll set a conference call. And remember, Lenny, Boffo Lenny, Socko Lenny, okay? I'll call you. We'll have lunch. Ciao!
And Kermit's wearing this afro wig and gold chain and a blouse, and he's like trying to be a Hollywood
Puppets
big
get a pass,
shot.
all right? Muppet appropriation. He gets his pass.
Yeah.
Oh,
and then Landis takes the script and throws it in the trash, and then he killed people.
Yes, he did.
Should have worked with the Muppets. They're
Should've.
felt.
Yep. Don't have to worry about them dying.
No, just somebody's going to lose a hand.
I was going to say,
lose a hand.
At
That's
worst, someone's losing a left
At
hand.
worst.
Yeah.
Freakazoid had a cavalcade of villains to choose from that were creative, unique, hilarious, and in some cases voiced by some major stars. You had the Lobe and a giant freaking brain. That
Lisa?
was- no.
Oh, I
Bad
call her
guy.
the Lobe.
He was voiced by David Warner. Cave Guy is a brutish-looking blue caveman that is actually highly educated, refined, and of high class, voiced by Jim Cummings, giving us a Jim Bacchus, waspy...
The Lockjaw.
Freakazoid.
But done by Winnie the Pooh.
Locust Valley.
Locust Valley Lockjaw.
Winnie the
That's
Pooh
the-
doing Locust Valley Lockjaw.
Yes. Cobra Queen.
Bother. That's about as good as it's going to get.
Bother.
No, you got to get more poo in there.
Yeah, get more poo in there, buddy.
More poo.
It's got to be higher.
Oh, bother.
Yeah. You work on it.
There we go. I'll work on it. Soon it'll be as good as my Dennis Miller. Cobra Queen was a serpentine villainess that can command reptiles. She's dating Cave Guy and is voiced by Tress as well. Tress did a lot of heavy lifting on
Sounds
the
like
show. Maurice LaMarche.
Miss Krabappel, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like she was on a Rankin Bass production. They're like, hey, here's 6 roles you're going to
here's
do.
6 other shows you're going to do. Maurice LaMarche, we've mentioned him before. He voiced the humanoid Texas Longhorn criminal, appropriately named Longhorn. The evil exec Gutierrez was voiced by Ricardo Montalban. Candlejack.
He looked like him too. Didn't
Oh,
he?
it was drawn as him.
Rich
Yes.
Corinthian leather.
He looked. I looked at him. I was like, "That looks like Ricardo Montalban." And
Yes.
the video I was
Well, and
watching.
Cosgrove was kind of, aside from the squinty eyes, Ed Asner-esque.
I've played a Ricardo Montalban commercial on this show before.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you. We appreciate your hard work.
Thank
in doing
you.
that.
Ad breaks get weird sometimes. We'll talk more
Yeah,
about
no,
it.
we already did talk about it this
Well,
episode.
we might
Fucking
talk about
Congo
it
for 8
Might talk
minutes.
about it more. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Candlejack was voiced by Jeff Bennett. Waylon Jeepers, which was
gonna
a
say Jennings.
play. Well, it was a play on Waylon Jennings. Was voiced by Bennett as well. He seems to be the only villain that Freakazoid actively cannot stand. Most of the villains, like Freakazoid, seems to like get along with in some way, or is at least he'll stop them committing crimes, but he's friendly with them. I remember him specifically hating this villain for some reason. He was very annoyed by him. One of my favorite villains, Invisibo, is a former pharaoh that is invisible due to the use of his staff. It has a jackal at the end of it. Corey Burton provides that voice. And literally all you see is a staff floating around, but it's Corey Burton doing a Vincent Price voice.
Okay.
My name's Invisibo.
And he's an invisible pharaoh.
Yes. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Another favorite villain that only shows up once, and it's a segment that's done it's supposed to be Island of Dr. Moreau.
Oh, okay.
I fucking love this segment. There are times I will manage to find it and it hasn't been copyright struck and taken off of a YouTube. The villain is called Dr. Mystico, and it's voiced by Tim Curry, and he is just chewing scenery.
Just going for it.
Oh, going nuts.
Oh,
they mocked me at the university. They called me names like Mad Wendell.
I'm sorry if my method of introduction seemed a trifle ungracious. I have to be careful of those trying to spy on my work. There's nothing to be afraid of, Mr. Loeb. I assure you the orangumen are perfectly harmless, unless I bid them otherwise.
Orangumen?
Yes. By combining the orangutans, indigenous to this island, with humans, I've been able to create a new species of primate, more powerful than any on Earth. They called me mad, insane, Wendell. They barred me from the universities until I had no choice but to flee here and conduct my research. Well, who's crazy now? Who's mad now? Try the casserole, Freakazoid, before it gets cold.
I think we all agree the best superheroes in the business have the widest and most varied rogues gallery.
Mm-hmm.
And the same can be said about one of Derek's favorite properties, and that is the Venture Brothers. And while that is
My man.
strictly a comedy, as is Freakazoid, do you think that the good people at, was it Soup to Nuts or whatever is the name of the company? Soup Nuts? Or?
They were involved. Titmouse was as well, but the main production company.
What about
Astrobase,
Goose?
Astrobase Go.
Astrobase Go.
Yeah.
Do you think they took some inspiration from this rogues gallery and said, "Hey, these guys did it well, and they did it funny"?
They had to have. I do have that in my notes that like there has to be some sort of inspiration or cross pollination, because it wasn't until going back and looking at this show that I was like, oh my god, there is a huge Venture Brothers connection here.
Like they were clearly fans of Freakazoid.
They had to have been.
Yeah.
And one of the things I'm going to bring up here in a minute speaks to that. So like the Venture Brothers, to the uninitiated, it is very self-referential the way Freakazoid is. It is very surreal the way Freakazoid is. You have an insane you have insane world building. They had 7 seasons and a movie to do that. You have this rich tapestry of heroes and villains. And all of it's very meta. It's all very referencing pop culture. They had to have taken some inspiration from this. I tried looking online. I didn't necessarily find anything directly involving an interview with either Jackson Public or Doc Hammer, the creators of the show, saying, "Oh yeah, we were inspired by Freakazoid." If memory serves me right, because if you are a Venture Brothers fan and initiated with owning the DVDs and Blu-rays, you know that one of the best things of owning it is listening to the audio commentary.
Yeah.
If you own those and you're not listening to the commentary, you are truly missing out.
So
But
even if I
certain-
haven't seen all the episodes, I should watch them with the commentary
absolutely
first?
you should.
Before I watch
Fucking
the...
right,
okay.
you can. You absolutely can. And it will be A-okay. I'm pretty certain they reference Freakazoid. It's been a while since I've watched
In the commentary or in the actual show?
In the commentary. I'm pretty certain they reference it. It's been a while since I've watched the series start to finish with commentary on as well. But I do think they reference it. There's 2 mini segments that one of them only showed up once, and it was supposed to actually be on an episode of Animaniacs, but they ended up pulling it and using it in Freakazoid. That I think speaks to that theory of, did one inspire the other? The first is The Huntsman, which featured Marty Phoebe, voiced by Jeff Bennett, impersonating Charlton Heston. You had a Robin Hood-like hero that was a poor hunter that saved an elf from a crow. As a reward, the elf gave him magic corn that made him dashing, strong, and gave him shiny teeth. A struggle the huntsman faces is a lack of crime, as he is so apt at combating it. He is summoned by the great horn of urgency.
This is Freakazoid?
This is on Freakazoid. It's ridiculous, and it sounds like Charlton Heston. And to people like me and Dustin, this is hilarious because we know who Charlton Heston is. So when there's a character talking like this, Don the Luck, Don.
Kids don't know that. That's a reference they're going to be imprinted, and few will retain. But eventually, there's going to be a kid watching, and he's going to pop up in something. They're like, "That's the guy from Freakazoid. I get it now."
Yes.
I had moments like that growing up.
Yes.
That things were included on cartoons that I didn't get, but I watched enough that I picked up on it. And then...
Oh, now that cartoon makes sense to me.
The only reason I know who Peter Lorre is because of fucking Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
Right. No shit.
You know?
Yeah.
I think that's the only reason why any of us...
Yeah. No, you see that shit.
An honorable mention, Robin Williams in Aladdin.
Mel Torme.
Mel Torme.
That was Looney Tunes for me.
Really?
There was a Mel Torme joke in a Looney Tune I saw.
Definitely Night Court. But, when we were young, it was people our parents' age that lived through that shit, were making the stuff that we were watching and using those references.
Yeah.
And so, they passed that along to us. So,
Yep.
That's all that is.
Another segment, and this is one that ties to the Venture Brothers, was Toby Danger, a Johnny Quest parody featuring Dr. Vernon Danger, voiced by Don Messick, Toby Danger, voiced by Scott Menville, Sandra Danger, voiced by Mary Shearer. That may not sound familiar in regards to voice acting. If you are a fan of comedy and sketch comedy shows, she was in the original cast for Mad TV. Dash O'Pepper, kind of the Race Bannon character, voiced by Granville Van Dusen, who was the original voice for Race Bannon. Actually voiced him in every iteration, if I'm not mistaken, of Johnny Quest. From the 60s to the 80s to the 90s.
Sprinkle O' Salt, the fun gay Irishman.
That would be so fucking funny.
O' Salt, yeah.
God. But
that's O' Salt, brother.
Self-referential reference. But no, that alone, I'm like, no, this is Venture Brothers. This is Venture Brothers right here.
We've not talked about that because it's too new, I'm assuming.
I
don't know how far back Yesterdaze goes.
Ventures started maybe 05?
I think 2004.
Because
we were living together.
Yeah.
So
we don't cross the 2000 threshold. Is that how
it's
it
not
works?
that. I think it's something. I think something has to be, unless it's integral legacy media like Thundercats 2011 that tied in. I think 20 years is the minimum cutoff. I don't know. I love Venture Brothers, but I don't know that I could justify talking about it on here. Unless we did something about it.
I just know it's one of your favorite shows.
It is one of my favorites, but
I was just wondering what was holding you back
don't know if it's
from doing
old
it.
enough yet.
It's very funny. I still have not seen all of Venture Brothers.
Same.
I have
I haven't seen most.
I think I have 4 or 5 seasons on DVD. But to me, shows always take a little while to get going, to get you sucked in, to find a rhythm. For me, this show in its first season was firing on all cylinders from the beginning.
Okay, that's good to know.
It caught me.
Oh, Venture Brothers, yeah.
Yeah, I was like every episode I'm watching at the beginning, I was like, this is fucking incredible.
Oh, they didn't miss a beat.
It really blew my mind. Yeah.
And honestly, they stayed that way till the end, till the very end.
I should probably get my season 1 DVD out.
You should
just
do it.
Plow through.
It's good stuff.
Okay, so we all kind of talked about like when we started watching this. You didn't really check it out, still haven't. You kind of alternated between like it debuted on the WB and you saw it. I always wanted to catch it on the WB. I didn't know when to catch it. That is a problem we will
get that TV
into.
guide to have a paper route.
Well,
you find out when shows are on.
That didn't always help. We'll speak to why. I really discovered it though on Cartoon Network when it went into syndication over there, and I couldn't find anything necessarily verifying this, but a rumor I remember kind of going around. I think I saw it in like Wizard magazine at the time. I think there was some buzz once it went to Cartoon Network about possibly continuing it there, doing a 3rd season there, but nothing ever came of it. But that's where I found it. That's where I actually got to see it.
I think
Really
it would
enjoy it.
fit in more on Cartoon Network,
Oh, hell
based
yeah.
with all of their, Johnny Bravo and Dexter's Laboratory.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff they were doing.
From
at the
my
time.
reading about it, a third season was considered somewhere else, but it was
Yeah.
deemed too expensive.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you would, describe the quality of the animation of the show. It looked fine to me.
It was good animation. I mean, it was a hallmark
Chris
of
Warner-esque.
But something.
Yeah, what was going on with the WB at the time? Like
A
with
third
Batman
season may have taken a hit in visual quality.
Sure.
Yeah.
If expense was a problem.
It's going to look like it was made by Filmation.
early Filmation.
Yeah, they're just repeating,
Yeah. A lot of reused scenes.
Yeah.
I think one thing, and we'll talk about another hero that it was very similar to. But I think one thing I liked about it was there was visually and just behavioral wise very similar to the Creeper. And I kind of
I can, with the like orange and yellow
just the
hair,
smile and stuff like that. Because around this time, Batman the Animated Series had left Fox. It had become the new Batman adventures on the WB, along with the Superman cartoon on there too. The style changed a little bit, as far as like the character designs, but they started introducing a lot more characters, and the Creeper was introduced in an episode. And you look at that design for the Creeper versus Freakazoid, a lot of similarities between the two of them, which it is interesting because at the time, or right around then, Paul Dini and Bruce Timm both wanted to start a Creeper series. It just never really came.
Was the Creeper like a classic character that was incorporated in some? Because like Rob Zombie's got a song called "Meet the Creeper." I'm not meaning this facetiously, but he's like an old school horror fan, so I feel like a lot of his songs have references to like old classic horror characters. I didn't know if the Creeper was like some sort of old monster that I'm just unfamiliar with.
I never
even
really
the band's
associated him
name,
with that.
White Zombie, was an old
right
horror film.
A Bela Lugosi movie, if I'm not mistaken. I don't associate the Creeper with horror. He was originally a Charleston Comics hero that got integrated into DC, because eventually DC bought that. They bought Fawcett Comics. Everything got integrated after 1985's Crisis on Infinite Earths. I think he was known for being like a Steve Ditko character, and very surreal, because there was a period where Ditko was doing some work at Charleston, and like the Question, the Creeper were all very surreal characters. But the Creeper, as far as I know, has always been like a little more off the wall. And especially going into the 80s and 90s, he was more zany and comical. So I've never really associated him with horror, though. So I can't speak to the Rob Zombie connection.
He just says "yeah" a lot.
Who does?
Well, apparently Rob Zombie, but also the Creeper. It says "Meet the Creeper." Yeah.
I think you mean more like "yeah."
Yeah, like that.
Well, Freakazoid was created by WB Animation alums Bruce Timm and Paul Dini, with Tom Ruegger stepping in once Timm left the project. According to Timm, he was called upon by Spielberg himself, who had liked Batman the Animated Series, called upon him to help create a new superhero show. Initially, Freakazoid, a name that was associated with the project from its first inception, as it was a name that jumped out at Timm, was to be more of an adventure action show with comedic undertones, featuring a heroic teen lead that was an edgy, manic character.
You can't have a show called Freakazoid and not have the word comedy in its description.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a stupid name for a superhero.
Well,
it's a
with
silly,
the
stupid name.
And with the theme song, like they lean into it right out the gate. Yeah, like this is going to be a silly, funny show.
Yes. Well, it is an interesting note, as Timm and Dini had gone on record as I stated, wanting to have created a Creeper show. They instead started working on this. As the project developed, the premise would stray away from the initial pitch. The initial pitch being more... The comedy was like more like, okay, cool, we'll be funny sometimes. Timm envisioned it more as action adventure. He saw it more as like Spider-Man, the Spider-Man cartoon at the time, which did have some comedy to it. They did have like, you can't have a Spider-Man cartoon without some comedy. Spider-Man is known to be a smartass, but most of it was action, adventure, serialized adventure. Excuse me. As Tim would explain, the concept would shift more towards comedy the more him and Dini met with Spielberg. What started out as something comparable to Spider-Man started to shift more toward the zaniness of Tiny Toons and Animaniacs, something that, by his own admission, Bruce Timm did not have a knack for. With his exit, Ruger came on board and the show took shape. Now, those who don't research this crap as much, Ruger was heavily involved with Tiny Toons, Animaniacs, and there was another show, I think it lasted 2 seasons, Hysteria, that he was heavily involved in. Another WB joint. I don't know if it was Kids WB or Fox, to be honest with you.
Do you know if Freakazoid ever had a joke involving penetrating prints?
What?
Remember the Animaniacs?
Fingerprints?
Yeah. It was in the show.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
And then Prince pops up.
Yep.
Yes.
And it's like, keep your fingers out of me or something like that. Did Freakazoid do that?
You got to purify your fingers in Lake Minnetonka.
Lake Minnetonka. No, Freakazoid did not do that.
Okay.
What Freakazoid...
It's insane that they put that on the air.
Yes, it was.
It's insane.
The show debuted and unfortunately stumbled out of the gate. You had mentioned, check your TV guide. Well, let's get into that. First, it didn't, and we also talked about target demos. First, it did not appeal to the target demo, which would have been younger kids. So at the time we're watching it, it would have been our younger brothers. Kyle, Ryan.
My brother, I'm sure, is familiar with this show. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Maybe they were hoping the older siblings were watching it, and then the younger siblings would be like, oh, I like this because he thinks it's cool.
I don't know. It could be because the comedy drew in an older audience like you and me.
Or they're trying to appeal to the parents, but the parents aren't watching children's programming at that time.
No. Another problem the show faced was time slots. And this kind of seemed like a problem with Kids WB in general. The channel bounced the show around from morning slots to afternoon slots, causing inconsistencies in scheduling and making it difficult to find... just in general, making it difficult to find schedule-wise. So I personally can remember having my copy of the Pekin Daily Times, looking at the TV schedule, looking up and seeing when Freakazoid was supposed to be on. It wasn't on. Coming to find out later, it was on at a different time. So that didn't help. But once the show was canceled, it was syndicated on Cartoon Network, where many of us, including myself, discovered it, and the show gained a cult following, which gave it some heat to possibly have a third season that never came about. As far as some fun facts related to the show, Paul Rugg, the voice of Freakazoid, was a main writer for the show, and that was initially supposed to be it. However, a recording of Rugg demonstrating what Freakazoid should sound like made its way to Spielberg, who thought it was great, resulting in Rugg pulling double duties, writing and voicing. There is some controversy surrounding this show. I know Dustin kind of teased it. Did you come across this at all in your research? Ties in the comic books of the 90s.
Yes.
Or the indie scene.
Yeah, there was, I can't remember the name of it, but some guy thinks that some of their stuff was directly ripped off, but what he called, I can't remember what it was, but he said he had called over or sent a note over to Amblin or something. It's like, hey, I just so you know, this is lifted from me, and I'm not going to pursue any legal action, but he never heard back, and then he later admits himself that the stuff that I wrote was derivative of like a half a dozen things too, which could be said about everything, everywhere, anywhere, forever.
So to speak to that,
yeah,
the lore of the show by way... There is some controversy that surrounds the lore of the show by way of a very similar comic book hero that was prevalent in the 1990s. Comparisons have been drawn between Madman by indie comic book creator Mike Allred and Freakazoid. For years, Allred never commented on the subject until 2003 when he responded to a question posted on the message board of his official website. According to Allred, Bruce Timm was very upfront with him that Mad Men was a direct inspiration for the show, going so far as to even admit that he had issues kind of lying around as he was creating material for the show. Initially, Allred was flattered by the idea of inspiring a show, but he slowly became annoyed, however, the more fans pointed out the similarities.
You gotta avoid the Noid.
You avoid the Noid.
It's a good policy to adopt.
You got to avoid the Noid.
We'll make a Nintendo game out of it.
Yeah. If you're not careful.
Ever played that game before?
Once.
No.
Once it was awful.
Was there pizza involved?
I think there was.
It'd be weird if there wasn't.
And I think there was a Noid that was like a bad Noid that was green.
The anti-Noid.
Adnoid.
The adnoid?
I had mine removed.
Did you?
Yeah, my parents avoided the Noid at an early age.
Cut it out as green.
Yep. Choosing somewhat of a high road, Allred simply opted to write Spielberg a letter stating that while he did not intend or wish to cause ripples, he knew that Freakazoid was a direct lift of his character, Madman. Allred would, however, go on to admit that Madman was an amalgam of many ideas and concepts he was inspired by as well. So in his own words, who was he to complain?
Everything is influenced by everything
Yes.
that came before it.
Exactly.
Like how many other
Everything is
podcasts
just,
have
yes.
there been about 3 white guys in their 40s talking about pop culture? Are we?
I don't want to invest. I don't want the answer to that.
Guess what?
Hey, this is a fourth wall break, listeners, on a podcast. I'm looking right at you. You listening?
The camera's right there.
Yeah, we know what's going on. Thank you for listening to us instead of those other guys.
Yes, and if you listen to him as well, great. Just thanks for making time for us too. We appreciate that. We appreciate everything you do for us. In regards to merchandise for the show, there's not much. There's no real footprint of licensed material. Freakazoid himself did make an appearance in issue 35 of DC's Animaniacs comic. The show was naturally released on home media. It's no longer available on Tubi, but it is very much boo
streaming availability.
But it is apparently a part of the new Me TV Tunes digital broadcast station, which we don't have here yet, even though it's based out of Chicago. But we do have Me TV, just not Me TV Tunes. This is bullshit.
We do need to hashtag MeTunes. I think it's important that cartoons' voices are heard.
Yes.
In perpetuity.
Freakazoid. He says, "Freak out."
That's right. And and then you want to freak right back in.
That's absolutely want to do.
Wear protection.
Oh, always.
Outside of that, Freakazoid and Loeb actually showed up in a episode of Teen Titans Go.
Hell yeah.
Other than that, there's nothing going on with it.
Freakazoid and Loeb is a law firm I'm not looking into.
I don't.
You know what? I'm going to move on to
you.
the next one in the yellow pages on that.
Yeah.
Just call it instinct.
Do we cheat him and how? Okay, I'll go with that.
Yeah, I want that old vampire guy with the dog painting behind him.
He's good.
Jay Jansen, best in the biz. Chokes his collies. I can't believe a Toyland was never made for something that lasted 2 seasons on the WB.
Yeah.
In that time frame,
And this was ripe for
or a
toys.
Happy Meal Burger King tie-in
At the
or
very
something.
least, some sort of kids meal tie-in.
Some
Shit,
piece
even
of,
Arby's. Why not?
Fuck it.
They got the freaks, right?
Yeah.
Arby's, we have the freaks.
Right.
I don't know how a toy line was never made of this.
Big Montana to Freakazoid. That's a good day.
Oh man, you're speaking my language now, babe.
Oh, that horsey shosh. I want some of
yeah.
that.
Horsey shosh.
Pork chops and horsey shosh.
Oh, I love the Brady Brady Bunch reference. My dad used to say that every time we would have pork chops.
My mom as well.
Yeah.
My dad.
After we did the Everett Dirksen play,
Yeah. Did you go get some pork
I
chops
went to
at Applesauce?
Arby's
Okay.
and I ordered what I thought was going to be a $20 combo after tax because it's Arby's.
Jesus.
They rang it up and he's like, your total is $7 and some change.
They're whore cheap these days.
And I'm like, you know what? He clearly did not hear that I wanted the double, and he probably rang me up for the single. No. They must have had some weekday special going on that I didn't know about. Discount roast beef on your Wednesday nights.
Yeah, that's what you want to process. That's how you end up with 40 pounds of compacted Arby roast beef in your shitter when you die.
Exactly. You want to wind up like John Wayne? Because that's how you wind up like John Wayne.
Is that how you want to do it?
That's what you want to do?
You're
it's
an
your
adult.
decision.
Yeah.
You're a grown-ass man. Bad decision. Bad
It was
bad
one
decision.
sandwich, guys. Not
Hey.
daily.
Hey, speaking of bad decisions, let's go ahead and kick the commercial.
Oh, freak out!
Time to wash my hands.
Boy, being a pilot's really neato.
You're doing real good, kid. Plane.
Thanks.
That was quite a joke, Freak.
We are experiencing technical difficulties. Please stay tuned.
Look out! Quick, get it back up! Hurry! He's America's freakiest, most outrageous superhero. Give me smoochy smooch. And he's making his second appearance in prime time. No! Get us out of here! Help me! Freakazoid, right after Pinky and the Brain, Sunday.
Wait, why is that a bad decision?
That's always, I don't know, maybe it's a good one. I don't know. Unless you throw in some, well, Arby's, you could go heavy on the Arby's.
Oh, yeah,
commercials
yeah.
instead
Arby's.
of Congo.
Yeah. Ving Rhames has been all over this.
Chicken bacon Swiss, motherfucker.
Yeah. Does this roast beef sandwich look like a bitch?
Did he look like a bitch?
I'm going to go medieval on this roast beef.
Oh, my God.
Some real hard pipe-hitting roast beef sandwiches.
Perfect. What a great, great American Freakazoid. Gentlemen, I had fun talking about Freakazoid with you.
Well, that's good.
I had a good time talking about Freakazoid. It's a show that I wish we could have gotten a couple more seasons of it. I wish we got a toy line. I really do.
We're encouraging people to maybe look into it if they're not already familiar. But due to lack of availability, yeah, kind of sucks that they can't just freely pull it up. But you can go on YouTube. You can find some like good moment gag compilations and watch some of those at the minimum and see what we were talking about.
Because it's to me it still holds up. Like I probably need to get the DVD collection like you have.
Yeah,
because
I'm pretty sure I still have it.
I fucking loved that show. It was hilarious. And I seriously, if somebody tomorrow announced, who's McFarlane, I know has the master license with DC, and he'll do some animated versions of like Batman the animated version, or animated series versions of characters. If he just got because Todd McFarlane is insane. Like the whole
I saw him on that show on Vice about Spider-Man.
He's fucking nuts. Like the whole Superpowers line that's out right now. Nobody knew that was coming. He just decided, all right, I'll fucking make this. If he just randomly decided to do a Freakazoid line, oh fuck yeah, I'm buying that.
Find it at Target in the back aisle.
Hell yeah. If Super 7 decided, you know what, let's make some Freakazoid figures. Absolutely. As long as they're, in that WB.
How many points of articulation do you
Just
require?
one at the waist.
Just one at the waist. Absolutely.
That's all you need.
That's all you need, buddy. Why are you giggling? What's so funny?
Oh, it's set up in Spike. I love it.
Oh, my goodness. Hey, why don't you join us next week? We're going to be doing something that shows my thankfulness for Jason. We're going to be diving into
Bill Bellamy.
No, we're going to be diving into Monster in My Pocket. It's creepy. It's in your pocket. It's small. It's
a direct sequel to Muscle.
It is a direct sequel to Muscle, and who knows? Maybe he'll buy some shit on eBay.
And maybe I have something in the other room to show you guys as a secret for this next episode.
I got muscle in your pocket.
Wouldn't you like to know? Yeah. Hey, why don't you fish around in there, see what you find?
Cockies.
I've got something in my front pocket for you.
And I also have a note for next episode too. So we got some red hot banter and some surprises next episode. So won't you tune in?
Cash prizes?
There will be cash prizes. Yes.
Yes, I love prizes. Oh boy.
You can't be related to me though, or else you're ineligible to win.
Perfect.
Or work here at my house.
Is this considered work?
I'm having fun.
I'm doing business.
I am void.
It's a DBA situation.
Avoid the Noid.
Avoid the Noid, Lisa.
I'm not going to win.
But no, next week we'll be diving into Monster in My Pocket. Plugs at the end of the show. You can, of course, hear these two gentlemen with our friend Grace every Friday on the Drunken Lullabies feed. It's going to be Radio Rewind.
Yeah.
It's tremendous.
And then there's some mashup Monday mixes happening too.
Do that too.
Listen to those after you listen to these episodes.
Yes.
They make a nice twofer. Why not?
It's a twofer.
We talk about stuff that makes you think about the old times when you were young, and then I come at you with an hour-long mix of retro mashup hits from 20 years ago, make you shake your butt.
You know what? It's like this show is like, oh man, I'm nostalgic for my childhood. Yeah. And then followed by the mashup stuff. I'm like, oh man, I'm nostalgic for sleeping with strange women and drinking with Dustin. Yay.
I was just playing music.
Is that what your show evokes? I'm not listening to that. I don't want to fucking think about.
Hey man,
Derek's laying on
it's
top.
up to interpretation.
You take away from it what you will.
I just think about. I like watching people dance to what I'm doing.
I don't think that I can listen to that show now without thinking about what you just said about
sounds
sleeping.
like a Jason problem, not a Derek problem.
The music's good though, dude.
Right. It's good music.
I'm telling you.
I'm sure that it is, but I'm gonna be listening to it.
Maybe make you think about some times.
Maybe you think about times.
I don't know. I got to get past what Derek said first. I think I'm a real tough time.
It's best not to think about it.
I think you need to.
I don't know why he said that.
Have a good old-fashioned college effort and move past it.
I don't know why you presented it that way.
Hey,
so listen to that on Mondays after you listen to this. And guess what? Christmas is coming. And you know what that means? The annual return of DJ Chris Mix is nigh.
Boy. Hey, I'm gonna plug this.
I'm in the song selection process already in October.
I believe you.
Yeah.
I believe it. At the time of recording, we'll have already done it, but Allison, Andrew, and I will have done another retro cavalcade. So if for some reason you're listening to the show and you're not subbed to Allison, I don't know what the fuck you're doing, but why don't you go do that, and you can go back and listen to that.
On YouTube.
On the YouTubes.
You know what to do, too?
Do know what to do, tubes. At this point in time, we'll probably have talked about stuff that was revealed at New York Comic Con. But outside of that, you can interact with all three of us. Couch Pilots Pod, that's Jason. Dutch Stick 11, that's Dustin. Me, I'm Derek J. Hoover. Or you can also interact with the show's account, Yesterday's Pod.
Which is also you.
It is also me. It's me. I'm doing it.
He's the man behind the face.
I'm leading
the logo. It's Derek.
It's me. Joke's on you.
He's the wizard.
Jason, you want to take over for a week? That's a thing people do. Social media takeover.
You know what? I'll do it.
I will have a panic attack.
And I believe that.
Oh, goodness. You can send long-form feedback to yesterdayspod@gmail.com. Check out the website, yesterdaysmedia.com as well.
You still doing them write-ups, huh?
I am.
You get a good one for Freakazoid?
I'm going to go crazy.
Okay.
Old Orphan.
No, that's a different thing. You got to do the Patreon level
together.
For that. Okay.
He'll
tell you.
You can, of course, become a patron and support the show and help us grow at patreon.com/yesterdays. That is going to wrap things up for Yesterday's this week. But before we go, I do, of course, want to thank our producers. That is going to be Mo, Patron Mike, Quip, Nostalgia Nate, and our very dear friend, Allison Troy, the Retro Toy Princess. Come back next Monday, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye.